The South Carolina Gamecocks look to close out a homestand on a high note, while an in-state rival looks to play spoiler. From Carolina's softball stadium at Beckham Field, the South Carolina Gamecocks host the Buccaneers from Charleston Southern University. Hi everyone, Brad Muller alongside Kate Crenshaw. Thanks so much for joining us here this evening. Well, the South Carolina Kingsmore and Diamond, the top two hitters for this squad. Infield in for the slap hitter, rolls this one up the first baseline, flipped by Rhodey to the second baseman Shelton covering. Good play there for the first out.
Yeah, one of the underrated parts of this South Carolina defense, I think, is
Carlton Diamond, the right fielder. Diamond, the sophomore, leading hitter on the squad. First pitch swinging, and there's quickly two away as Rhodey handles it with no problem. So a good start for Neely Lamb against her former team. Another 0-2 pitch from Neely Lamb. Swing and a miss, strike three, and an easy 1-2-3 inning for Neely Lamb and the Gamecocks. Payoff pitch too far off the plate, and she earns her 35th walk of the season. A patient at bat there by Lelio.
Yeah, Ruckoff just saw Lelio take those two on the outside corner, thought maybe.
Solid ground ball through the hole into center field for a base hit. Lelio around second's going to try for third, and she is safe. Rhodey will take second on the throw. Aggressive base running by the Gamecocks.
Yeah, of a run-producing bat as South Carolina's had all year.
2-0. Hit in the air to left field. That could be trouble. They'll drop in for a base hit. A run will score, and the Gamecocks strike first. Carly Shelton will take second as the throw is late coming in, and she delivers with another RBI. It's her 29th of the year.
Like I said, just misses consistency. Anytime South Carolina's needed a run, they've counted on players like Carly Shelton to drive them in, and that time she drives one the opposite way, a player that can work all fields with her power. Doesn't necessarily put the power on display there, just a little blooper shot, but sometimes that's all you need, and it gives the Gamecocks the early lead.
So 1-0 Gamecocks. Runners at second and third again for the catcher pitcher. 2-1, hammered into center field. Jones goes back, it's over her head, bounces off the wall. Shelton around third, she will score. Lexi Winters with a two-run double, and the Gamecocks lead it 3-0. Well, she couldn't hit it any harder without it leaving the park.
Yeah, the 10th double of the season for Winters. Just really made good, solid driving contact there. Worked her barrel through, right up through the ball, and just drove it high and deep. Needed a little bit of wind to help her out there a little bit. Maybe a couple more feet of, exit height.
Halfway through, the answer is yes.
Absolutely.
Pops this one up, middle of the diamond. Shortstop Villascusa calls for it, and there's the first out. Senior hitting .283, and it's got a base hit here as that'll drop into left field. Runner will hold at third. Wide turnaround first for Chansey, but she'll backpedal. And the Gamecocks have him at the corner. Started her career at Florida State in her third year here at South Carolina. Runner from first will go. Throw down to second is not in time as Ella Chansey has herself a stolen base, her 6th of the year. 2-1 pitch. That's not going to be a sac fly. That's going to be extra bases, perhaps. Two more runs will score. Blankenship on her horse. She's going to try for three. Here comes the throw. It's not in time. A two-run triple for Brooke Blankenship, her second three-bagger of the year. One more look.
Senior year, not too late for Brooke Blankenship to add some power to her game, Brad. Like you said, her second triple of the year. She hit one early on in the series opener against Georgia a couple weeks back in conference play. She also has a homer this year, so she's been a really big, surprise, I guess, to this team. She was a return.
Bat Nat, redshirt junior. Skies this one, foul territory. Everybody chases, and a great running grab by the right fielder Diamond, and tagging is Blankenship. It'll go as a sac fly for Heath, and it's 6-0.
20th RBI of the year for Heath. It does a job, and that's what South Carolina preaches a lot, is just do a job here. And
middle infielder against the start in left. Base is clear with 2 outs, sends a hopper to Sandvig at second. She's got it, and the inning is over. But the Gamecocks send 9 to the plate. They score 6 runs on 5.
For quite some time there a bit ago in the bottom half of the first, they had some time to readjust offensive strategy and say, hey, maybe just take a pitch here.
2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike three. First out here in the second, and the second straight strikeout for Neely Lamb. Not really paying attention to what's outside. I come back and poof. 2-2 pitch hit in the air to center field. Lelio goes back, and she has it for out number 2.
The ball hit so high, might have picked up some pollen on its way down. Yeah, that was a sky-high shot.
1-2 from Lamb. Got her swinging. Second strikeout of the inning, third of the game, and it's another 1-2-3 inning for Neely Lamb. Not her longest stretch by any means this year. Checked her swing on a pitch out off the plate, and it's a second strike. Great walk for Lelio.
Indoor sport on ice. She's a tough kid for sure.
And takes 4 straight here out of the zone. Back-to-back walks by Clopton. Puts him at first and second. Not the start Coach Musser was looking for. Too far outside, and she's walked the bases loaded. Gamecocks 6 runs. Second on the team in RBI. 1 behind Rhodey now. Down low, she's got another one.
1 behind, no more.
Four straight walks.
And that's the thing, Brad. I mean, this inning, South Carolina looked at the sky. Clopton can stay in this game for them.
Line drive caught, and that's going to be a double play. Harper Schoenweiss in the right place. And tough luck for Abigail Knight.
Tough luck for the Gamecocks, but perfect luck for Clopton.
Payoff pitch. Hit in the air to right center field. Diamond going back. It's over her head and off the wall. 2 runs will score. Chansey into second with a 2-run double. And it's 9-0 Carolina.
Opposite way or up the middle. It's been really, really strong showing offensively. Now you've got 9 runs on the board and haven't even recorded your 6th out yet.
Here's Brooke Blankenship, the shortstop, who had the 2-run triple last time in the first inning.
A lot of NCAA tournament teams from last year that, you know, when you put on the schedule, you're thinking, man, this is going to be a great opportunity for us. But now they've gone into conference play and just carried on that winning momentum.
Clopton gets Blankenship swinging, and that'll end the frame, but the Gamecocks get... Three-one pitch up high and gets away from the catcher. So the first base runner of the evening. Yeah, 9 stolen bases against the Gamecocks, second fewest in the SEC. This one lifted down the right field line. Abigail Knight makes a running grab for out number 1. Got on her horse there, got a good read off the bat. Able to catch that one in foul territory. When you have someone who's been as effective as Lamb, that you don't have the pressure of being the everyday pitcher, because you've got some veterans that have been very effective as well, as we talked about in the open. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
It's consistently been strong for South Carolina.
Top of the order, Blakely Kingsmore swings at the first pitch and is erased for the second time on a ground out. Nothing doing for the Buccaneers. They get a leadoff walk for their first base runner. Can't do anything with it. We go to the bottom of the 3rd here in Columbia. South Carolina still leads.
3 homers and 7 doubles, and putting her in the 8th spot can really open things up for the Gamecocks.
Grounded left side. That'll get through for a base hit. Natalie Heath with a single to start things off. And the Gamecocks have their 7th hit of the evening.
They really, really like to plug in when they can on the base pass to help her grow in that part of her game, too.
There's Emma Sellers playing left field today, hitting in the 9 spot. Runner goes, throw down to second. Ball was dropped, and it's a stolen base for Shea Anderson, her second of... Off the plate, and it's another free pass issued by this Buccaneer pitching staff, the 6th of the game.
If we hadn't given that free pass there, if we had called this pitch instead of that one, certainly in a big-time game like this.
Lelio skies this one into left center. Weslyn Jones comes over, makes a nice running grab, and there's out number 1. See her numbers on the year. Runner's going to try to go, and the ball in the dirt, and they got her. Good dig over there by the 3rd baseman, Yorman, after the throw from Prince, and there's 2 away.
Yeah, great recovery from Prince, Brad. I think early Hall behind the plate, but good job here from Conley. She's continuing to live on the edges.
Payoff pitch. Outside, she walked her. And the Gamecocks have him at first and second. Second walk of the inning. Hit in the air to left field. Left fielder Kingsmore comes over, makes the grab, fighting the sun. And for the first time, the Gamecocks do not score. They get a couple. One base runner. That was after a leadoff walk in the third inning. Grounded right side. Shelton, the second baseman's got it. One away. Weiss was a major league pitcher. The Diamondbacks, Red Sox, White Sox, Angels, Mets, and Blue Jays. Blankenship at short, long throw, got her. Blankenship's got a good strong arm. She bobbled it momentarily, but still has enough to. One hopper to Shelton. She's got it. And a 1-2-3 inning for Katie Becker. 3 groundouts, nothing doing for.
And we mentioned that second road trip for South Carolina. You go back to their first one, and Flint, just like she did there, connecting on a big barrel at LSU, drove a home run in that Sunday series finale. That's a.
Knight chopped at the plate. First baseman Schoenweiss will flip to the second baseman covering. Abigail Knight 0 for 3, one of the few Gamecocks who hasn't reached, but at least she gets a runner into.
Really driving through the ball.
2-2 pitch, hit in the air to right field. Diamond camps underneath it. She's got it. 2 away. Runner holds at second. Brooke Blankenship will step in. She was a part of that big 6-run first inning. Down low, she walks her, and that is the 3rd free pass she's allowed. And the Gamecocks have it at first and second with 2 outs now. They live on a farm or something with a lot of land. I'm just going to guess. 2-1. This one could be trouble. If it's fair, it is. It's going to be extra bases. Flint around third. She will score. And the play at the plate, not in time. Brooke Blankenship will score. The runner will go to third on the throw, and she'll come home. It's a Little League home run for Shay Anderson. Gets a couple of RBI and comes home on the error. And the Gamecocks, plate 3.
A fun spot there for the youngster. First up, great barrel. Just drives right through the ball, sends it down the left field line, and just didn't turn on the Jets. First 2 runners score with ease. The throw brought the catcher off the plate, allowing Blankenship to come in. And then, hey, Shay Anderson was trying to push the agenda a little bit. She was putting the pressure. We've seen a ton of extra base hits, but from Charleston Southern's perspective, they know if they had limited the walks, this may be a bit of a different ball game than dozen lead.
And now the walks equal the hits. That's the 9th free pass this year. The only game she didn't, she walked 4 times. Hits this one into center field. Wesleyan Jones is there, and that'll end the inning. But the Gamecocks plate 3 runs. They do it on just 2 hits. There was a big error that made it fun.
Arizona native for this Bucs
yes.
team.
Sends that to center field. Lelio makes a basket catch to take a hit away. Lelio being stingy. Becker came in last inning, retired all 3 batters she faced on groundouts. Hit in the air to right field. That's going to drop in, and it'll be the first hit of the game for the Buccaneers. Perhaps a little bit of a change of pace, swing and a miss, strike 3. Nice job by Becker to change speed. She gets her first strikeout.
Moment she leaned back on it again.
Gracie Prince stands in, the catcher who came in an inning ago defensively. Look at this, Becker fielding her position well, and that'll end it. Neely Lamb and Katie Becker combine on a 1-hit shutout to knock off the Charleston Southern Buccaneers here 12-0. A 6-run first inning propels them, and Kate, for the Gamecocks, you got to like what you saw from an offensive standpoint. They were hitting the ball well in the first inning, took advantage of a lot of walks, and did what they needed to do.
Yeah, 6 extra base hits, so almost when you